Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game about design patterns, and originally was for live action, and we're translating it to a version in Elm, hopefully to run this on the web. We've made a fair bit of progress. We're on episode 26, so we've been at it a while. Today we're going to work on displaying multi-answer puzzles. So let's go over to the IDE. Okay. So let's see if I can find one. Probably the images is the best. Yeah, here's one. Okay. So the deal is most rooms, they just have some description, some actions, and one puzzle. A room like this has three walls with words written on them, and then it asks you to guess a pattern that applies in these circumstances. Okay, so the classes defining an object structure rarely change, and you often want to define new operations. So I think that's probably the visitor pattern, and because it's usually easy to add things that traverse the tree and do different things for different types of nodes. But if you change the object structure, it becomes a pain in the butt to go change all those places. Add responsibilities dynamically and transparently. Probably decorator. And then I'm not even gonna worry about the last one, issue a request, whatever. But the idea is there's gonna be three buttons, one for each wall, to where you can select a pattern. And we've added the data structures for it. Let's see those. Puzzle. Well, answer puzzle. So all an answer puzzle is a list of pattern names. So the solution to the first wall, the second wall, the third wall, and those go in a room right now. A room might have a dialogue puzzle, which is the actions and guess and answer, or it might be an answers puzzle with a list of possible answers. Okay, so we've been working. Well, we started last time on the view for this. Let's see if I can find that. There we go. Okay, so the view for multi-answer, right now we're just saying there's a multi-answer header, and we're somehow going to make the multi-answers. And I'm pretty sure we left off with something. Well, okay, the tests are green. Let's run it and see what we're at there. Okay, so main, reload that. Okay. So we modified things so the first room would display one of these just so we could work with it. We've got these answers, okay, and notice what's happened. Yeah, we're still happening. Okay, all of them picked the same, switch to the same answer. Okay, that's definitely not what we want. Okay, we started modifying the notion of a message. Let's look up here. Okay, so we added a guess multi-pattern with the idea that you give it the integer like 0, 1, 2 telling which wall and the pattern name that corresponds. And so that would mean like if I took the first drop down, I'd say guess multi-pattern 0 and visitor. And that would be the message coming in. And then we handle it somewhere here. Guess multi-pattern does guess multi-pattern with model, index, and guessed answer. Okay, and now this, I already can tell this is, I mean, when you get a page of Elm, it's probably something you should break out. But here we go. All right, so what we're doing is we say we've got a maybe array. So if we do have multi-guesses in our model, let's see, dictionary get model current room, model multi-guesses. Okay. Multi-guesses, a room name to an array of pattern names. And a record main game model. Excuse me. Let's go find our model. And as usual, I'm kind of not quite starting from scratch, but starting from behind. Okay, so main game model has multi-guesses, which is a dictionary of room names to arrays of patterns. So if the array, basically, if we had already guessed builder, composite, decorator, okay, that's what would be the guesses here. All right. So when we fetch the room name, we may not have made any guesses yet. So that's why it's well, it's a dictionary. So we get a maybe back regardless. All right. We should probably be initializing this. Well, we'll have to worry about that. Okay. Now, so view make multi-answer wherever you are. Yes. Okay. So make multi-answers. Okay, so the display is we're going to display the header and then game get answers puzzle current room my game. So we're going to get the answers. What's answers puzzle? Oh, that's us. Okay. Answers puzzle. Okay, back to view. Get the answers puzzle. So that's basically the answers. Okay. Then we call make multi answers. What was that page long thing? Okay. If we have maybe answers puzzle, if answer puzzle came back with nothing, then we're going to do nothing, I guess. I guess either way, we're making a list of something, a list of HTML messages. Well, that's weird. Okay, answers may be missing. If there is no answer puzzle, we don't want to display anything. I guess that's just sort of protecting us. Otherwise, we've got a list of patterns. We're going to take each pattern and then ignore it. Make one guess, one selector drop down for each pattern on input that, and then make options. Okay, make options is the big thing. All right, let's compare our other case. Okay, is that the dialog? Yeah, so on this one, select on input, make options my game. This is the single pattern guess. Okay, now what I'm confused on is why we're getting selecting one selects them all. I'm guessing there's no distinguishing thing here, so there's no selector kind of thing. Okay, and then make options, is that called in both? Yes. Okay. All right, list.map. So for each pattern, we're going to create a select option for it. Now, somewhere we ought to be telling it like your name or your number or something, right? Otherwise, we'll never be able to select it, as we see. Okay. And make options. Okay, we get our game. And we translate answer.default. Okay, that's fine. And then the guess is the current guess. Okay. And default answer. Okay, so either we're gonna get the current guess if we can, and then I'm guessing that's a maybe. No, it's a string. Okay, and the default answer. Okay, and well, here's the set of choices. We take the default answer plus all the answers used in the game, and that's our possible guesses. Okay. Make options. Finally, this is in two options. Let's go there. Okay. So list of maps, selected string, select equals selected option. Okay, so something's funny here. I mean, we're not distinguishing the multiple answers from the um, single answers. Okay, and that's probably our model's fault. Well, no, I think our model has the information, but we're not using it. Okay, so let's see where multi-guesses is used. Not anywhere. Okay. Gosh. All right. So let's go back to multi-answer. Okay. Well, this thing on input guess pattern. Well, that can't be right. Right, because we need to know, we want to call guess multi-pattern. Let's see if I can move message. Oops. Well, that's not where I wanted it. Move message. Let's try that again. Message.elm. Move it over here. Close this. Okay. Well, the deal is I don't want to do a guess pattern. I want to do a guess multi-pattern. All right. And guess multi-pattern takes the int. All right. So list.map, let's see if we got a indexed map. That's what I want. Okay. And this is probably index pattern. Maybe it's like this. Nope. Okay. Let's go look at documentation. Map, probably list. Indexed map. You go to function from int to A to B. And a list of A's, and it produces a new thing. I guess this is me not knowing the syntax here. It's not this? Maybe I can do this. And you got a suggestion? No. Okay. Let's try, I guess, multi-pattern. Index. Okay. And I guess this is ignored. Oops. All right. So what we're saying is when you, we should write out a drop down that calls guess multi-pattern of index. And then make options. I don't know. That one seems, well, game.allanswers is, I don't know. That doesn't seem right either. All right, gets a default answer and does two options. Well, it doesn't seem totally wrong, except that default answer. No, I guess that seems okay-ish. It's doing the right thing now. It's giving us the list of all answers from the game, actually not counting the multi answers, but we'll figure that one out. All right, so let's save this. Okay, let's run it. All right, so I'm hoping this stops that drop down changing everything. Yay. Okay, builder, chain, and adapter. Okay, now what I'd like to do I'd like to do something to color them or something, so you know when things are right. Okay, and then I I don't know. This one is I said it was visitor, or I didn't say. Okay. Let's go see what our sample code says. Okay, so this is prototype, answers puzzle, proxy, prototype, decorator. Okay, proxy, prototype, decorator. Okay, so we want something to happen. Like maybe they turn green, or the box around them turns green. They look a little big for the screen we got. I will say that, and they're trying to overlap almost, but we can add some space. I mean, I'm not so worried about that. Okay, so let's do this now. What I want to happen is if I leave the room and come back, I get the same ones. Oh, and I can't come back to this room. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. What else we got going? Let's reload. All right. So at least now we're only selecting the one we think we care about with the guest multi. So that's progress. The options seem okay. I don't know how we get the answers judged. Like who calls this? It should be in messages, right? No. Oh, it's called in here. Okay, so dialog calls judge pattern answer. Boy. And let's see what judge pattern answer. Okay. Well, make multi answers. Okay, so given they exist, we correctly put out the on input side make options game, and then make options. Well, I'm not sure we're pulling all these answers from the right place, but yeah, so we get the list of all room patterns and a drop down. So that's kind of okay. I mean, it would be acceptable for now. Now, this judge pattern answer, we're not calling it, but it's called in dialog. So how does dialog handle a right answer? Well, it does this judge pattern answer. It feels like a domain thing to me, so I'm a little worried there. Okay. This is where I need partners who know what I'm doing. Okay. So let's see. So I think I want to focus on messages. All right. So the last one, guess multi-pattern answer, model index guessed answer. All right. That's the long method. Okay. Well, that could be folded in. Get model current room multi guesses. Okay. Updated array set index answer array. I don't know what. Oh, array sets the indexed answer to the array. If game.getRoom answers, okay, so it updates the guesses. Okay, that part's good. Update multi guesses. We've put the revised array into the set, and then if the room is solved, in other words, if all answers are correct, then we say this room is solved. Where's this room if solved? Okay, so it's a set of solved rooms. Again, there's got to be some. There's probably some magic way to fold these three cases together. But all right, so if the room is solved, well, then that seems like a thing to ask. As a matter of fact, it seems like a thing to be asking rather than this judge pattern answer thing. Well, all right. Okay, what's burbling through my head vaguely. This reflects the three cases that can happen. One is you haven't made a guess yet, or you've gone back to the default guess. The second one is you got the answer right, and the third one is you got the answer wrong, and that's actually a status on the room. Well, it's either a status on the room or the puzzle. One question is, can you put two puzzles in a room? And right now I say no. But there's nothing in the model that enforces that. And I don't know if I want another level. All right, let's look at room. So see, we have two kinds of puzzles in here, and I actually have a third puzzle on deck. um, like this is kind of, I don't know. I don't want to have a new puzzle type in here. It's a concern I have in general with this approach in Elm that we're kind of making all the state explicit, and I don't know. It's like real apps have a lot of state. Okay, I mean, IntelliJ is probably an extreme example, but every little button around the rim here is a different they each have a different state. These are turned on or off. Okay, these tabs are selected, these tabs are selected, all around the corners tabs are selected, up the top tabs are selected. States here, this is a drop down of state of runtime configurations, a lot of buttons, the whole contents, all the windows, all the views, they're all maintained. I got a terminal. It keeps track of the fact I got 3 terminals running. And I probably want to put this. Oh, I can't rearrange. Okay, I don't think. No. So there's just a lot of state in this thing. Oh, all these little buttons, all these little things down here, all this stuff. Every button on here along with all its subdialogues. Okay, and subdialogues can be their own thing too. I don't know, what do we got? Project structure. Okay, every little one has its own thing. So literally hundreds, probably thousands in the case of IntelliJ, bits of state being maintained, every open window, positions, all that stuff. And our poor state model would just grow and grow and grow. And this is the sub piece of the current state model. Or I should say, the game is its whole own model that's moderately sized, and it talks about rooms, and rooms have their own, So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff exposed here. And then you get a very flat update function that deals with it too. So I don't know. But it's clear to me like this is a bit of a mess. So I don't know. Okay. So where are we? We're trying to make it, let's see. We're trying to find a way to reflect yeah, we want to make it so that you only get credit for the room if all the models are solved. And I think that does that. And so let's see. Let's go to our dungeon. Okay, proxy prototype decorator. Hidden exits 1G. Okay, this is good. Let's see if this actually does it. So proxy prototype. Okay, hidden exits G. That seems weird. If it's a hidden exit, okay, let's see. It has visible exits. Has any exits or has good exits in the current room is solved. Set member game current room, my game solved. All right, well, I'm puzzled. So in our case, we have only hidden exits. Okay, so the only way it should be visible, it doesn't have any exits, but if it has hidden exits and the current room is solved. Okay, well, it has a hidden exit, but I would think the current room is solved. Should not be true. Okay, so let's see what's going on there. I'm going to reload as we do. Okay, So right now we have no exits. That's good. This is proxy. Blip. Okay. So we get credit for solving the room even though we only guessed 1 out of the 3. So something's wrong with this has my game solved bit. Okay. So my game dot solved. When is the game solved? Apparently don't need that. Game. Well, that's maybe not the right question. Has visible. Oh, model. Current room is solved if member game dot current room my game dot solved. Oh, my game is our total model. So if the current room is in game dot solved, all right, I'm gonna put something in to display my game. My game dot solved. Model dot solved. Okay. Whoops. Main game model solved. Maybe it's an issue of. Yeah, we need a toString. I don't know where we get toString. Hopefully it's in basics. Nope. How about string? What about set? To list partition. Well, debug does something. Okay, yeah, we'll go with toString of debug. Debug.toString. Okay, so this is me helping myself with display. Let's save that. Okay. Reload. Okay, so right now the solved is set.fromList. If I answer, oh, if I answer anything, it's happy. Okay. Let's see where that gets that. Yeah, this is where I don't quite trust the dialogue in our room. He judges pattern answer. My game, current guess. Current guess. Model.current guess. Okay. Give me the default guess and my game. Get the current room. Get the guesses. My game dot guesses. This I'm gonna rename these as I run across them to model. Or maybe it's just, well, I don't want to say game. Okay, let's just go with this. Model current room model dot guesses. Guesses is our room name to pattern name. And it starts off empty, so it should be default guess. Oh, wait, what's this? Has answer puzzle. No, we'll come back to that one. Okay, so it's taking the guesses for the current room, should get back one thing. And if we don't have a guess, then we just use default guess. Okay, that's current guess. Where's that judge pattern? All right. I'm going to go. I'm always going back to the top. Okay. So if you don't click guess pattern. Okay. So if the top section, we don't guess the answer. I just don't know if this is doing it. Let's take this one out. Okay. Reload. Okay, so right now the list is empty. If I choose one, even a wrong one. Now once it's right, it's right. Yeah. Okay, I don't know how that got in there. This is not affecting it. Okay. Multi-answer. It must be something about our guessing, right? Multi-guess. Okay. Guess multi-pattern with for a given index. If it is, you call model index guessed answer. Okay. So we get the array of multi-guesses. So that's all our guesses so far. Defaulted to empty. Then we update the current index with the answer we got. Okay. Then we create the updated dictionary. So we would take model get current room and put the updated array in with whatever this is. Model.multi-guesses. Oh, so no. Current room's the index. Insert a key value pair into a dictionary. So current room goes to the updated array in the model multi-guesses dictionary. Okay, so if, well, oh. Right. Oh, no, that's the guess. So the guesses get updated. That's true. Now the room solved. Okay, it's got to be something in this. Get room answers. Model. Current room model game. Okay, so get the room answers. Is answers is the multi thing, right? Answers. Room.answers. Answers is the multi-list. The answers puzzle, which is an array of string. Okay, so this is a maybe array of string. Okay, so we're going to get from the model, we're going to get the real answers. Okay, and if we get something back, we're going to try answers all correct, answers, and the updated array. Okay, so updated array is really the new guesses for this room. Okay. So if the answers are all correct, the answers versus the guesses, then we're going to create a singleton of the current room. And in the end, we're going to union that in. All right. Let's go to answers all correct. Okay. Let's find usages. Well, that cries out for some testing. All right, so what we're doing now is we're taking a tuple pair, list map to tuple pair, basically it's like zip. So it converts, it matches up 1-to-1, answers to guesses, and then we get pairs, and we're going to check that each pair, the x equals the y, which sounds all right to me, but our testing is rather inadequate. Okay, so we'll take a go at writing the tests. And I think there's at least a couple cases. Like one is what I don't know is if I guess the second room, like I don't know what array.set does if asked to add an index to something that's not there. Okay. Right. And it kind of answers the question, right? If index is out of range, the array is unaltered. So if our array doesn't have 3 elements and we have 3 elements in the room, we got a problem. Okay, so in particular, I think what happened is we set the index for the first one. It says, oh, that's out of range. I'm going to leave it the empty array. Now we zip them together. The empty array is shorter. We got no elements. Yes, they are all equal, even because we have none. All right, so that's my suspicion. But we're going to take a break first. So 2 or 3 minutes. We'll come back and do some testing around our matching this all answers thing. Okay. And if, as I suspect, the fix is making sure the array is the right size to start with or something like that. So we'll get there. All right. 2 or 3 minutes. See ya. Hey, welcome back. All right. So we're going to test answers all correct. And I'm just going to put message back over here. Okay. And we can fix those. Oh, what's the deal here? Oh, let's just delete it. It's not anything we're currently doing. Oops. All right. So where's message test? Not a big person. Okay. Message test. Well, what I'm wondering, judge pattern answer. It just feels like it's on the wrong thing. Where's make message? That's the problem. Okay, answer's all correct. Okay, so we want to see let's see. Answers are all correct. How about answer? When answers all match, answer is correct. Okay, so I'm saying answers all correct. If you give me answers, oh geez, a list and an array. Okay. Well, if I get A, B, C, and the array am I mixed up about arrays? I guess I can do array.from list, huh? Mixing these types up feels funny. A, B, C. We expect that to equal true. Type is Boolean, right? Yep. Okay. I predict this will pass. Where's my window? Okay, so save. Okay. Let's test the other case. When not all answers match. Let's say it this way, just to be parallel. When all answers match, the answer is correct. When not all answers match, the answer is incorrect. Okay, and this can be X. And I think this will pass. Oh, okay, well, there we go. When not all answers match. Wow. I'm surprised. Okay. Well, that was not what I expected. Okay, so we're taking the array, we're making a list out of it. So we got two lists. We run list.map2. Map2 combines two lists, combining with the given function. If one list is longer, the extras are dropped. Okay, so I'm pairing a list of 3 answers to a list of 3 guesses. Okay, so I'm expecting it to create a pair. Let's see, it gets a function, right? A, B to result. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes to 5, 7, 9. So tuple of ABC, ABX should go to AA, BB, CX. Okay. Now, list.all, if all elements satisfy some test. lambda xy goes to x equals y. Well, that sure seems right to me. Okay, let's make some other assertions. Okay, and this is more, I'm probably going to throw these away, but they're more like, do I understand what's going on in the pieces of this thing? Check map 2. Okay, this is lambda nothing. Okay, we're going to take list.map2 tuple.pair of A, B, C, and this all that stuff, and we expect that to equal, let's just say true. No, it's got to be a list, let's say empty list, just to make sure. Okay, what's the matter here? List.map2 array.list test string. Oops, my pipe's backwards again. Required list found string. Oh, I guess this is, well, I'm going to trust from array.toList. Okay, I think this will fail. AA, BB, CX. Okay. Well, that's certainly what I expected from the list.map2. Okay, so I have tuples of AA, BB, XX. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's pipe that to let's do list.map of XY going to X equal Y. List.map that. Okay, let's see what we get for that. True, true, false. Huh. Okay, list.all. What's going on here? Apparently, I don't understand list.all. I don't even see list at all. All is a function that goes to booleans, takes a list, okay, in our case, it's a list of pairs. Okay, it doesn't really give me anything more than hovering, does it? Not much. Okay, so is okay if XY goes, is true. X equals y is true. So it's given a list of pairs. So it's given a function and a list of pairs coming out, which was true, A, B, B, C, X. All right, I'm going to pipe this to list.all. Lambda x goes to x. Okay, so I should have a list of booleans, a function. What else do I need? Just a list, right? Okay, a function. Oh, this should be equal to true. Well, let's say true. False. Expected to true. So it came back false. What's going on? Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Oh, this should be false. Okay, if they're not all correct, it should be false. Okay, well, I learned a little. Okay. Yes. All right. So when all the answers match, the answer is correct. When not all match, it's incorrect. Now this one, if when answer lists are different sizes, only check match in the shorter length. Okay, so this one answers all correct. Let's say we have A, B. Well, it's actually more likely the other way around. Let's say we had no pre-existing guesses, and we're working with from list A, B, and X. Okay, then we expect that to equal true. Okay, that's kind of what I think is going on. So I think that's going to be a success. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, okay, I'm got a couple things. Oh, I've never even touched to do here. Okay. We got a couple things. So, one is I don't like the fact that one thing's working with a list and one thing's working with an array. That seems a little goofy. The reason probably is updating this thing is hard. Okay. The guesses for the room. Is that coming in? No, we're getting it. Array set index answer. An array. Okay. If the current room has no guesses, I don't think array empty is the right choice. Okay. All right, what are we doing today? Display multi-answer puzzle. The thing we're working on is test, make sure, was it all answers all correct? Make sure answers all correct, behaves correctly. Okay, that we've done. Let's put that on our list. And that's really part of this bigger story. This is really the story. So let's put this down here. Okay, so the story is that, and then underneath is that. Okay, so let's save that. We got all tests passing. Let's check in. Okay. And I think we've done that much. All right. Now we've got to make it. Oh, this thing of guesses. I don't know if I need the default guess as well. Okay. So to be clear, the problem I'm seeing the first time you come in and make a guess, you're making it in an empty array because we come in here and this room has never had any guesses, so it comes back and says nothing. The maybe type, it says nothing. I didn't find a multi guess, an array of patterns for this room yet because nobody's tried to answer anything. Okay, and if that's true, empty is the wrong thing. So I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say updated guesses. All right, so if you get the array is nothing here. Okay, this is really the original guesses. Well, this is really the original guesses. This is more like original guesses with default. Okay, so we get the current guesses. Maybe that's better. Okay, we get the current guesses, then we adjust them to add defaults. And then we create the updated guess by saying, okay, the current answer from the multi-guess pattern thing. The current guess, I think that's a new guess. Okay. So the updated guess is put the new guess in the existing guesses. I keep changing the name. All right. In the current guesses with defaults. All right. And then we're going to say, so that's the updated guesses. Now we're going to take the updated guesses and put them in the model. So the multi-guess structure is going to map the current room to the new guesses, or the updated guesses. Okay, then we want to find out if the room is solved. Do we do anything? We only touch updated guesses. We don't touch current guesses with default or current guesses. All right, let's rewrite this a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to say updated guesses is really this piped in. Piped in. What? Already set current guesses with default is that. Okay, yeah, how's that? All right, so the updated guesses, if you had the current guesses and you put some defaults in and then you set it, that's what you would get. All right, let's do the same thing. This piped in to that, and that's no longer current guesses. Okay. Whoops. This does not use anything. Okay. This is not used. Okay. I think I'm going to make this will be better. Okay. So to get the updated guesses, take the current guess, take the multi guesses from the current room, default it to an empty array if there are none, and then set the index of the new guess. Then the updated multi guesses do we need that here? Who uses that? That's down here. Let's pull this in. Okay. All right. So we got the updated guesses. Then we got the room if solved. Okay. So I got to think there's a way around this one too. Let's run tests. That's here. Okay. Now I'm thinking there's something, some function that takes an optional list all right, this whole thing, you gotta tell me, get gives me room to something. Okay, so it gives me room.answers for the current room of the game. Again, I feel like there's more abstraction I can do here, but all right. So I'm getting back whatever get room.answers returns. Okay, which is a maybe list. Okay. So I would like a function that well, let's see if we can find something in the maybe aisle. All right, we've got a maybe list, right? Maybe list of string. Maybe. Okay, map over a maybe. I don't think it's quite there. Any computations that fail? No. I feel it's more like a map. Okay. So we got maybe list of string. All right. Can I make sense of this? Maybe not map. We'll just steal this line for our comment. Okay. I'll just put that up here for a moment. Okay, this is maybe not map. Okay, if you give me an A to B and a function from A to B and a maybe A, I'll give you a maybe me. Well, it doesn't quite do it. I got maybe list of patterns. Okay, so if you give me list of patterns, give me a function from a list of patterns to a Boolean. No, to a string. Okay, if you give me a list of if you give me a function from a list of patterns to a string. Okay, so I will give you back, and you give me a maybe list of patterns. I'll give you back a maybe string. Okay, so that seems to me to be maybe not map. The function is this. Is that right? Okay, the function is lambda list. If you give me a list, which is answers, then I will call answers all correct. No, I don't think it's coming out right. Okay. Sorry, I feel like there's some pattern here. um okay. Let's let's address the real issue, which I'm putting off. Oh. Okay. The problem is I need to know how big this default array should be. He shouldn't be array.empty. Okay. It should really be array.something else. Okay. There's like a initialize with copies, repeat. Yeah. Repeat some number, some value is the result. Okay. Now, what those values are, oh my goodness, I don't want to deal with them. Well, there's strings. Okay. I'm gonna, what am I gonna get this main game model? Okay. I mean, I can ask the game. I guess I can ask the game for this room, how many multi guesses are there? Um, but the real thing is, this thing comes in. I mean, this is all he's got to work with. I guess he's got the model. Okay, let well, what this is the count of answers is something. Well, it's this. Well, I want to get something from the game. Okay, so the model knows the game. The game, what does it know? Doesn't know much. Mostly it knows how to do a get. You give me the current room. Sorry, you tell me what room function you want, what field you want, and I'll give it to you. Okay, so I can say get. Well, let's do it up here. Model, view, game, model. Okay. Now, where were we just working? We're in view. I guess we're in message. Okay, sorry. Um, okay, so if I take the model and I get well, all right, let's not choose our function first. I'm going to somehow take the model.game. Okay. And if I call game.get, I'm going to give it a function or a room. Okay, which is going to be answers puzzle. I can get the answers puzzle from the current room in game.model. Okay. And that gives me a maybe answers puzzle. Answers puzzle is just array of items. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to count that. And I don't know if I have. I think I have to use maybe.with default, but I can certainly get the count, right? That's length. Okay, so I can get array.length. But I've got a maybe array, so I got to make it a real array before I can get the length. So let's go back to maybe. Okay, I got maybe array. I can give it a default value. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so the count. If I get this, okay, well, I want to make it maybe.with default. And it's a value. Okay. With default, and I'll just default it to the empty list, and then I'm going to count it. Array.length. Okay. And we'll call it number of answers. Okay. Oh, you were happy a moment ago. What's the matter? List a pattern name int found array A. Oh. Is he an array? Answer. He's a list. Okay. Let's take list.length then. Okay. Now this thing, default array empty. Okay. This should really be array.repeat. Integer is number of answers. And then the value, I'm going to just say this for now. Okay, because it's an unknown value. And I know no patterns are going to be named that, but we can get some stuff going. Okay. Probably the game or the model probably knows the default answer. Let's see if model has that handy. No. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, but let's make sure this runs. Okay, now let's run. Reload. Patterns. Let's try proxy. What did we say? Proxy prototype. And notice it's not giving us the room yet. Decorator, I think it was. Blip, the room came in. Now it got added. Okay, let's take another break, 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll come back. Well, yeah, we'll come back. We'll clean up a little bit and see what we can do from here. But I think we've cracked the nut on this thing answering the question: is this room properly supported? Okay, and I know we can extract a function for this if nothing else. I just had hoped one would exist. We got the same pattern twice. Game get room something, and then this. I don't know. We'll see if it looks better or not. All right. So see you in 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll go from there. All right. Welcome back. Okay. So where are we? we're to the point where if somebody answers all three questions correct on the multi-room answer, they get their room marked as done, and we're keeping track of the guesses properly. Okay, so I think what that meant here is if I leave the room, oh, I can't go back. That's right. All right, let's leave the room. Let's find the real one. Okay, get that set list out. I think it's off here. Here we go. Okay, so this room, that's applicability. All right. Um, it's got its three things. Okay. And okay, there's a slight problem. When we get all the answers, we don't look in these rooms. Okay, so this is applicability. Let's go look at our definition. Um, applicability, visitor, decorator, chain of responsibility. Well, when we accumulate all the answers in the puzzle, we only look for the rooms that have dialogue puzzles, like answer observer. We don't look for answers like these. Okay, so visitor, decorator, chain of responsibility. So we can't use those answers. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And then I don't know. As I look at this, I don't necessarily want to. Like, I would like to give it, I don't know. I just kind of dread adding more and more and more to the dungeon description. But I could imagine boy. Well, I could imagine an options field and being maybe somehow there'd have to be three of them, but they would be lists of possible answers. Oh, do I want to deal with that? Or this thing could be some sort of list of a single item in a list. Or a pair that's like a name and a list of options. So I could make you choose between visitor, decorator, proxy, and something else. And I can make it as easy as hard as I want, because if you have to distinguish, visitor from composite might be tricky, but visitor from decorator, it's like, oh, it's obviously not decorator. Um, Or I can make the answers, the thing that finds all the answers could be smarter and look in all the puzzles, which seems like its own thing. And I could also see, again, controlling the difficulty. Instead of saying, here's the 23 design patterns, I could say the answer is always, you have to choose from this list, and it's a much smaller list, so maybe it's 7 things instead of 23. Because when you do this, like, oh my gosh, how many I got to go through and think about each one. Now, if you know the answers, it's not so hard. You're like, well, that sounds like either visitor or a composite, and you know, you know what to look for down here, except I don't have visitor. Um, yeah. Okay, I think for now, let's see. Okay, one thing I can do. Let's take this out of that first room. So we're not just checking in there anymore. I'm gonna make this back into a real exit. Just a default exit. I'm gonna take this one out completely. Okay, and I'm leaving in my dialogue puzzle. Okay. That's a small step. Let's see where we calculate the list of all possible answers. How's that in game? Yes. Okay. Map values list.map room.answer. Okay. So this is well, it's really the dialog answers. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. This is my El Cheapo extract method. All dialog answers of game. Okay. And that's this and this. Okay, so empty strings is never used. Wow. They're right. Okay. So now all answers is all dialogue answers. All right. Let's find game test. Not open. Okay, so let's see about all answers. Is that tested? Okay, game knows all answers. That's really dialogue answers. Okay. Let's expand it. Okay, game knows all answers. This one's for dialogues. Let's do it for multi-answer puzzles. Okay. Oh, no, dialogue puzzle. Well, let's not make a dialogue puzzle. Let's make an answers puzzle. Is that not the right name? Room answers puzzle. Maybe it's just the type is throwing it off. Let's make it a list of strings. Visitor. Okay. And this can be another answers puzzle. Is just composite. And I don't think I need 3. I probably don't need these parentheses. And we'll drop this room 3. Okay, so we expect composite, proxy, and visitor. Visitor. Okay. And then, well, let's get this passing. Well, I want to check the union. Let me put them both in. Knows all answers for all puzzles. Okay, so this one we'll borrow from both. Dialog puzzle equals that. And composite, so proxy and composite. Okay. So I want these to be the union of the answers to all of them. So we got all, I don't know. Let's get game up here. Oh, let me see what I'm doing in my to-do. we're making game finds answers in both dialogue and multi-answer puzzles. Okay. Yes, that should fail. Knows all answers for multi-answer puzzles. Composite proxy visitor knows for all puzzles. Okay, it's clearly missing the multi-answer puzzles. Okay. Let's see. So what I'm going to want to do is I want to have the all multi-answers game to list of string. Okay. And I'm going to take the game, and we got to make this better, but okay, we'll take the game.map, pipe that to values. Then we're going to take the list.map, room.answer. No, we want room.answer. We want room.answers. Okay. List dot. Oh, what filter map does. I don't know if that's needed, but okay. Well, we got list.filterMap identity. We'll use the same function for now. List.filterMap identity. And that's a list. We want to take that to a set from list, and then set to list. And we'll get this thing working, and then we'll go from here. List.map. What's the matter? Type expects one argument, but it got two. Map. Okay, game. We're going to take the map is a dictionary. We're going to pipe that to values. Get all the values in the dictionary. That's not quite the way this is working, is it? Well, mapping all the values gives me the rooms. Okay. So take all the rooms in the map. Type expects one argument. Multi-answer. Oh. Oh, you're kidding me. Room.answer. Room.answer. You would think that'd be pattern name. Okay. Okay, map values gives me the rooms. For each room, give me the answers. All right. That's I don't know why this is being so hard for me. Okay. Take the map from the game. I think we can say game.map here. Take that out. I'm not helping myself, am I? Let's try it up here where it works. Okay, let's make sure that still works. Yeah, it works except for our new things. Okay. Simplifying. Okay. Game.map values. I'm trying to simplify this one so I can simplify the other one. Dictionary values from game.map. Okay. Then that gives me a bunch of rooms. For each room, map it to its answer. Why I need this to take a item to itself. Set that from list. Required list of maybe pattern name. Okay. I guess that's getting rid of the maybe. I don't know what that's, if that's helping anything or not. All right, but this much, that gives me a list of rooms. Sorry, the first one gives me a list of rooms, which seems like what I want. I want the list of rooms. Okay, and then I'm going to pipe that to something. Well, if I turn each room into the list of answers, okay, then the result here, let's see what it's saying I got. I've got a list of pattern names. Which I think is okay. I got a list of pattern names. Woof. For a room, if I get room.answers, let's see what that is again. That's answers puzzle, which is really maybe answers puzzle. Maybe list. Okay. All right, let's do this. Maybe dot with default empty list room.answers. No. List.map room.answers. Okay. So that says, I may be leaving it here. The maybes are throwing me off here. Okay, I've got a list of maybe rooms. Dict.values. Let's see. This thing gives me values, gives me a list of stuff. Okay, so there's no more maybes. I've got a list of rooms potentially empty. For each room, I'm going to call room.answers. That gives me a maybe list. Okay. All right. So if it's not present, okay, let's map it again. Maybe with default, I'm going to take an empty list and strip those out. Okay. So everything at this point, let's see what it's saying. Found maybe list of A goes to list of A. All right, so this, I would love to just hover and get this stuff, but I don't think I do. Values, dictionary of KV goes to list of V. I'd like to have it mapped into my values, okay, but this gives me the list of rooms. This gives me a list of maybe lists. So I'm going to map that to this. Each maybe list goes to maybe with default. And so now I have a list of lists, I think. List of lists. Okay. If I call list.flatten, you gotta have a flatten. Come on. Really? Transform. Concat. List of lists into a single list. Yes. Okay, so concat. List.concat. A list of lists into a single list. Now I have what? That should be a list of pattern names, which is list of strings. Okay. I think it's a list of strings. It's not properly filtered, but I think it's okay. It's apparently not working. Oh, I know it's not working. Okay, but it's building. Something went wrong with Elm format. Yeah. Okay. But it's not unique. I want them unique. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's take this out. All right. So what I wanted to do here is I want to say list of string. I really want it to be the union of things. Okay, so I want to take two lists and append them. Okay, so I'm going to say this, plus all multi-answers of game. Okay, so I'm going to have the list of everything this thing found plus everything that thing found. I know that list is not correct yet. And actually, we can make our test a little stronger here. Let's do that. If this one, let's put proxy in here twice. Okay, I would really like it to only be in there once in the end. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so knows all answers. Yeah, proxy visitor composite proxy. It's not coming out like we want, but I think we can still run like this. Okay, so I'm going to go through, and we know if we go to elf and here, all right. Let's see the list. Okay, so notice the list has visitor added, so it did pick them up. Visitor, decorator, chain responsibility, but it's not dealing with duplicates. Okay, all right, so we can do that. All right, so what I would like to do is, this is a list, and this is a list. Let's pull this up. Okay, so pipe that to this. Whoops. Okay. And I think that may do it. Oh, really? Let's make sure this is all the dialogue answers in a game plus all multi answers. So why are they not being sorted? Well, I still think I need parens here. I think it took out. Okay, let's try that. Okay, yeah. So parenthesis issue. All right. Let's reload. Go through it again. I gotta get that picture smaller. Okay. What do we see in the list? A, B, C, D, E, D, no duplicates, OP, proxies. All right. That helped. Okay. Now, is there a better way? There may well be. I'm a little clunky with these things, but that does solve the issue at hand. So game finds answers in both puzzles, both places. Let's take credit for that. Take that mark of progress. Okay. And push. Oh, did I leave it up top? Nope. All right. We'll stop here today. So what we've done is we've made a lot. Excuse me. We've made a lot of progress in multi-answer rooms. I think there's refactoring to do. I'm not sure if there's any holes yet. The only hole I know of is the view always displays them. Okay, but we can fix that next time. So we'll pick up there next time, which is Sunday, December 12th, 1 to 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope I catch you again in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.